Or if we're walking behind somebody else who has a dog,
Right.
even if they're like 300 yards ahead of us, she's smelling the dog.
Yeah.
And she's yapping the whole way. It's like,
Do you smell his doggy?
Yeah.
oh, I like that.
Have a good day, folks. You know, no matter how far you travel or where you go in this country, in this world, there's always going to be places that have been left behind. Places that have been left in favor of more modern routes, more modern structures, so on and so forth. And that's what brings us to this location today. Now, whether it's an old house, whether it's an old factory, a bridge, a dam, doesn't matter. Rather than demolish these places, it's really kind of cost prohibitive, or actually cost effective, to just leave them where they are. I've seen this a lot with different abandoned buildings, factories. There's even a place up in Nanticoke, Pennsylvania called Concrete City that they actually tried to destroy and couldn't. Now, the last time I was at this particular location was, I want to say, back in 2020, when I actually got my very first drone, the DJI Mavic Air 2. Now, after I got that drone, I was looking on Google Maps and trying to find all these different places that I wanted to see if I could fly, and this place was one of them. This is the Graffiti Bridge, and we're right here up in, I believe Randy said it was Blandon, Pennsylvania. We're not too far from the city of Reading, and this is right on what's called Lake Onalane. And you might hear Randy's drone in the background there. He's trying to get some really cool shots of the bridge here. I'm not exactly sure when this bridge was initially constructed. I'll look up online and put it up here on the screen. But it's one of those, you know, really beautiful concrete archway style bridges. And the reason this has been dubbed the Graffiti Bridge, much like the Graffiti Highway up in Centralia, is that it has been heavily tagged with spray paint and whatnot. Now, I've always been kind of on the fence with graffiti like this. Sometimes it can look really neat, especially if someone actually takes the time to draw something really nice. Obviously, you're going to have the, you know, vulgar images and whatnot, but I try not to show that on the channel here. So as the years go on, this has become a more and more popular spot. There was a big steel plate right over here to cover up this hole. Someone did, some kids, I guess, or whatever, came and ripped it up and actually threw it into the lake here. You know, it's one thing to tag a place like this. I know some people don't like this at all. They would like to see it, you know, kept in its original state, but don't, you know, break it apart and destroy it to the point where people like myself, who love coming out and exploring this stuff and learning about the history of these places, you know, don't ruin it for the rest of us. So how'd the old bird do in the air?
It was good, but it was dancing around a lot with, like I said, with the wind and everything. I got some decent views of the bridge, which is more than what I had before.
Yeah.
Which was nothing. So. But yeah, that's, in the wintertime with this thing, I'm leery with flying it because I like it and everything, but it's just so light, and it just wants to dance around. The slightest breeze we got here, this thing's dancing all over the place.
That was what made me nervous with my the Mini 3 Pro I had, and why I went up with the bigger drone. It just gives you a little more peace of mind.
Yep. Well, like I said, if I'd have the Phantom 4 here, yeah,
no problem at all.
No problem at all. I'd have the peace of mind, and I'd be doing all kinds of stuff with it. But
yeah, so I think on this side I can get a little bit further down next to the bridge here. There we go. Randy was just telling me that years ago you were able to walk underneath the bridge right along there, but with the water levels changing and whatnot. I know the reservoir out near where I live is dangerously low, And there are some things you can start to see pop up underneath the water that you weren't able to see before. Well, I think Randy and I are just about to finish up and head back to the cars. I know I'm probably going to grab a bite to eat on the way home, and still contemplating if I want to put my Christmas decorations up or wait till tomorrow. I don't know.
I'm going to be working on mine when I get home.
Yeah.
My display. 2 days worth of work.
Well, I want to thank Randy for meeting me out here today. I hope he enjoys his new camera that I just sold him. I know he's already been pretty happy with it, so I'm curious to see his video and to see how it sounds. But yeah, so with that being said, everybody, I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, give it a big thumbs up, and like always, I'll see you soon.